All right.
Renee, thanks for coming on the show. 8 interceptions last year, 53 tackles.
This was like 10 years
Obviously,
ago.
you
We're just going to
handled your
react to
business, did
this
what you
just
had to do, and the
for old
Seattle
time's
Seahawks had a
sake.
good season as a
For
result
anybody that
of
hasn't
all of
seen
that.
this.
I guess what I'm asking is this. You talking smack after y'all beat the Redskins. You talk junk after you beat Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. You're talking junk now to Darrelle Revis, obviously in retaliation in your mind to some things he may have said or may have alluded to.
This is going to be
How
Richard
good
Sherman,
do you really
who is now on
believe
Undisputed with
you
Skip
are? Because you got people out there looking at you and saying,
as a
"You're talking
co-host.
smack." How good do you believe you are?
Well, I believe my numbers speak for themselves. I mean, my tape speaks for itself. My tape is my resume. That's what I leave it up to. I mean, you can say whatever you want. Skip can say whatever he wants, but Skip, whenever you refer to me, whenever you speak to me, whenever you address me as All-Pro Stanford graduate, because those are some accomplishments you can aspire to. You will never accomplish. You have never accomplished anything. So, but those things are on my resume.
Something to say while you're on his show.
It's my second year in the NFL, going on my third. I mean, you tell me who's wrong.
Okay, I'll accept that. I think I've accomplished more in my field than you have in yours, though you're just getting started.
So I'm the top of my field. So I'm all pro. I'm the best, one of the best 22 players in the NFL. You're going to brush it off, but I don't think you're the best 22 anything in sports and in media and anything. I think
that's
you
debatable.
think more of
It's
yourself
definitely
than
debatable. I
you
mean, you're on
actually
his
think,
show.
you
It's
know.
the number one show in sports right now.
Okay.
At the
You
time.
think you're better than
I'll
Darrelle
put it like
Revis is right now?
In my 24 years of life, I'm better at life than you.
Okay.
So
All right, that's fair.
Let's get down to
well,
that.
let's not get personal here.
Who says
I
that?
just
No,
want to
no,
know,
it's not
do
personal.
you
This is
think you're
resume.
better than Darrelle Revis is right now?
I'm better than you. So
It's just not the question.
I have nothing to say about him. I mean, that's pretty much done. My numbers speak for themselves. I'm a first-team All-Pro. That's
They
that.
clearly do not speak for themselves. Clearly,
Okay,
Richard
well,
Sherman is
answer
speaking
this
for
question
himself
for
right
me.
now.
I want to know why you are doing what you're doing this offseason. You're obviously on a campaign to do a lot of interviews, a lot of trash talk. Now you want to trash talk me, which is totally cool with me.
Actually, I'm
But
on a
what-
campaign to do a lot of community service. I'm
Okay,
in
I
LA,
know
that's
you
what
are
I'm
at
in
your
LA
high
for.
school.
I'm
We're going to talk
in
about
LA
that in just a
speaking at
minute.
high schools, speaking to high school kids.
What is
speaking
your
on
what's
the
your
flag
goal?
campaign and
What-
students with a goal.
Richard,
They're
what's your
just so
motive
unorganized.
here?
To be the best NFL corner in
Okay, but do you
history of the
want
game.
to
That's it.
promote yourself into a bigger name, a household
I don't have to
name,
promote
so
myself.
that you can
I'm a
do
first
more
team All-Pro.
commercials
That's promoted.
and maybe have your own show? Is that your goal?
The first team All-Pro is my goal. I accomplished it. So now it's on to bigger and
That's it?
better things. Those are my goals. Those
You
are
done now?
always going to be my goals. Super Bowl is the goal. Pro Bowl, things like that. Team goals. You know, we want to win it all, and that's what it comes down to. I'm out here in LA trying to speak to kids. You know, do the community service. Spoke to my high school. Spoke to Bourbon Day, but you always want to bring the negative side. Because that's who you are. You speak negatively about everybody, including LeBron, including Kobe, including everybody, because you don't have anything positive to say about anybody.
Well, I speak
But that's perfectly
objectively
fine.
about
But
all
that's
those people.
perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine, because I understand that. I am intelligent enough.
Stephen A. is
to
sitting there in
understand
absolute
that you're
disbelief.
Ignorant, pompous, egotistical, cretin, and that's really what it comes down to. And I'm going
Wow,
to
you went to Stanford. Good job.
in front of everybody because I'm tired of hearing about it.
I think you're having a problem crushing me because you've avoided every question that we've asked
Seriously.
you about
Because
why
I'm
you're
tired of your
engaging in
pollution.
so much
I'm
trash
tired of your-
talk.
Ask a question,
Because
well, I hate you,
Rodney
Skip.
and all the
Ask a
others.
question, well, Skip, you're
I'm
awful.
talking to you right now. This isn't about any of them. So let's talk here, right now. I mean, you're bringing up old
Well-
stuff. We're not talking about that. I'm
You
talking
think you're
about
better
right
than
here,
Darrelle
right now.
Revis? You're bringing up old
12
stuff.
picks, 4 forced fumbles in 2 NFL seasons. Let's talk about that.
You know what's
Okay, so do you think you're better than Darrelle Revis?
Yeah,
I'm better at
I
life
want
than
to talk
you.
about it because, listen, Rich, I've got respect for you. I know that you can ball. So let's stop all of this. And by the way, it's a great accomplishment. And in fairness to Skip, Skip did bring up the fact that you had graduated from Stanford and you're a highly intelligent young man. He said that months ago. So let's just stick to football here. When you talk about the guys that you have talked about, we know what you've accomplished as an individual. But what is it that you're trying to say when you, again, whether it's calling out Darrelle Revis, what was the motivation behind that? Because Darrelle Revis is universally recognized as arguably the best in the game at what he does. What was the motivation behind that?
Well, I mean, if you read the tweet that he sent me, then you would have
Yeah, I read it.
realized what the motivation was. I mean, I had no animosity, anything to say to him before that. I had nothing at all to say. I mean, people asked me to do a few interviews about it, and that was fine. But he sent a tweet. It was a response. A lot of people take it out of context. A lot of people say, "Oh, he's talking trash to this guy, this guy, this guy." Well, didn't say anything after the Redskins game. I was mic'd up, so
But
you can go listen to the mic'd up piece.
But,
I didn't say anything.
no,
to
Rich,
write
you don't
right.
understand. You don't understand what I'm asking. I'm saying to you, I hear where you're coming from. I wasn't knocking you for your response to the tweet. What I'm asking you is that your way of saying you believe that you should be recognized as the best in this game at your position right now.
I mean,
That's where I'm getting to.
Let me guess, the numbers speak for
believe so. I mean,
themselves?
that's what usually what first team All Pro, means. And so, I mean, like I said before, I'll let the numbers speak for themselves. But
Okay,
until
Richard.
otherwise spoken.
Just
Richard,
not letting-
you're not letting the numbers speak
Yeah.
for themselves. You're speaking for Richard Sherman.
Yeah.
Again and again and again. You're taking
Skip's had
away
enough
the
of this.
focus of how good you
Steve-
were the last 2 years on the field because
Like,
you're
oh,
only
God.
becoming known for your trash talking.
Because you're not listening. You're not actually paying
that's
attention.
all I can do.
What you
I
said,
hear
what you
you
said
every
earlier
day.
today was apparent. It was obvious that you didn't watch the season. You didn't watch my tape. You said I'm not even in the same class, the same discussion.
You're not.
That's when you lose credibility. That's when you lose credibility.
I know.
because
I gain it.
You couldn't argue valid points to prove that. You couldn't argue anything. You could just say it. That's an opinion, and that's why your opinion is discredited because there's no facts behind it. There are facts to everything I say. There are facts that support things I say. Explain to me your facts. I'm
About
listening.
Darrell Revis?
About
He's the
what you
best
just
thing
said
I've seen
earlier
since
today
Deion
about me.
Sanders, who was the greatest athlete I've ever seen. And I've watched you, I don't know, 8 or 10 times. You get to play across from another corner who's really good and in your league, and it helps you. And your front seven is really good. So it really helps you. It's made you're in a perfect spot on one of the best defenses in football.
That's a pretty
and
bad
you've
argument
gone
as to
along
why
for
you're
that
not better
ride.
than
It's
somebody
been a
though,
great
Skip.
ride.
Like,
Once again,
because
I
you
haven't
play
heard
with
that
other good
yet.
players.
I've heard a lot of opinions, so I'll tell you a couple facts.
yeah, that is an
I
opinion.
have 12 picks in
I know
26
that.
games.
We all know
in
that.
26 games, 4 forced fumbles in 26 games, 2 sacks in 26 games. Those are facts. First team All Pro. That is a fact. You have yet to explain to me a fact why you made the statement you made. That is why I say your opinion is discredited. That is why. Nobody listens to you.
All right, gentlemen, we're going to have to
Jeez.
end it right here. We'll have more First Take after the break. Stay with us, everyone.
Why'd you even come on the show if that's how you're gonna act? I mean, that's just crazy.